Yeah, good morning, everyone. So, yesterday, last sessions, we learned about previously APIs. Huh? Have you tried that NASA API we learned how to fetch the data and all that? So, generally, while working with APIs, sometimes it will take time to get response from API. So, don't think that it is not working, right? Sometimes APIs will not work, sometimes they respond slow. So you have to wait. You see console. In console, if any error is coming, connection refused, right? If this connection refused came means that is not your problem. That is API problem. If API problem is there, that means their server is not responding immediately, slow. Then it will come connection refuse to retry. Right? Today we will see another API to work, how to create an interface. Today we will see how we can create another API. Actually, like NASA, you have an fake store API. You have a fake store API, HTTP fake store API.com. You can visit this website. In this website, ready-made some data is present related to online shopping. So by using that data, we can practice some shopping website like interface. Actually, in that fake store API.com, some API methods are present. Method and purpose I will give here. The API methods, usually we have a API method called products. What it do is it returns list of all products. Actually, in their data they have 20 products array. It will get that array. They have products slash one or two or some ID. It returns product object. Actually, product object means only one record. So we have like products slash categories. This will return, it returns all categories. It is an array. They have some categories, the categories array will come. Similarly, we have product slash category slash category name electronics, like that. What it will do, it return products. It returns all products belong to specific category. So these are ready-made API methods available in that website. By using that, we can create some interface. Let's see. You can see here This is fakestore.api.com. That is the fake store API. In this fake store API, so we scroll down, you see some API methods are present. So in that methods, we have products and /1 categories, some jewelry, these are there. Others we don't need now, later we can try them. Now by using these, we can create some interaction. Let's see. So we will open our project. And in this project, yeah, in this we will implement complete bootstrap, right? Suppose shopping is not there. Some we'll check here what happened to our project. Okay, somewhere it is gone. I will do one thing now. I will open the D drive folder. So let's install these options. Yum install bootstrap. Bootstrap icons, and another one is jQuery. Okay, so let's create a new file here, shopping.html. Okay, in this we need to create a simple interface. Let's name it as shopping, and here we will create a header and span. First we will link bootstrap, link relation style sheet, href, node modules, bootstrap, font, and icon CSS. So link relation style sheet, href, bootstrap, dist, bootstrap.css. And yeah, these styles are enough. Now scripts we will import here, script, and source jQuery dist jQuery.js, and node modules bootstrap dist js bootstrap bundle. Okay, now here we will link class bi cart for, and here we defined some shopping. Okay, now this is the header. So this is shopping. Now let's add some style for this. So class bg dark danger, yeah, text white, and text center padding. So this is at the header top. Okay. Now below we will keep a section, and in this we will have a nav and have a main, and we have an aside or some article like this we define. So now here we will put a div, and we will put a label as a select category. So for this class form label, and here we will have a drop down, class as form select, id as lst categories. Okay, now this section will have margin top 2, and it will have class row, and this will be class call 3, and this will be class, will give 2 enough, yeah. This will be 8. And article will have class call 8. Yeah. And here we have call 2. We will add a button class BTN and BTN danger. So class BI cart. And here, yeah, your cart, yeah, that is W100. Okay. Now this is the design we have, left and right. That is the design we are having. We'll keep the body with container fluid. Okay, right. This is the design we are having, right? So this is your cart items. Okay. Now what should happen left side? We want to display all the categories here. That means what are the products categories available? We want to display. Products categories actually we can get from this API. So let's check that API. It is fakestoreapi.com/products/categories, and it is going to return array. It's an ordinary, what type of array? String array. It have only string data, ordinary string array. Okay. Now we need to fetch this. At the time of loading the body, it should display. So on load, body load. On body load, we will write a script function and body load. On body load, we need to fetch the data. We will write another function here above called load categories. So this will load the categories from where it will load into drop down. So we have to get the data from API. So what is the method we have to use? Fetch. Fetch from which URL? http://fakestoreapi.com/products/categories. Okay. Dot then we will have a callback function. What is it? Response. So return response.json. It will return the JSON. Now another then. It will be a callback function. It will get the categories. Variable name, this reference name, you can give anything. So this is categories is now array of string types. What we have to do, we need to read every category and display in the drop down. So here to read every category from drop down, what we have to do, for var category of categories, we are reading every category, and we have to add this into drop down. Then you have to create an option, document dot create element option. Option will have text. Text will be category, and option will have value. Value also category. So what is text? Text is that you want to see, display. Value is what it is submitted, right? Now that is ready. Now this option must be added into drop down. Document get element by ID LST categories dot append child. Append child. Which one? option must be appended. So remember, this append child is not this element name. It is this reference name. We are giving reference name same as the element name. So we have to do that. Okay. Now this load categories must be called at the time of body loading. So currently it is not loading. We have to call load categories function at the time of body load. Now it will load all the categories and display here. But categories are in lowercase. Suppose I want uppercase. So when you are adding text here, we can convert to uppercase like this. If you want other sentence case or something, you have to apply style. We have style now. What we can do, dot style, dot style. In style, which option we learned for converting to capitals? In style, what is the attribute? Two attributes are there to convert to capital letters in style. What are those? We have text transform and font variant. We can use the text what transform. Text transform what? So we have to use capitalize like that. So if you want only uppercase, directly you can convert to uppercase. Otherwise you have to apply styles. This is enough as of now. See, we will get that uppercase letters. But one more point is, this is missing. Actually, you can see here, according to what categories they have, that is coming. That means user selects jewelry should come, electronics should come. But there must be all option. If I want all categories also I can display. But there is no all in their API. In their API data, they have only this. So after collecting the data from API, into that, if you want, you can add new. For example, first item must be all. So this is load categories. And observe here, this then function is collecting all the categories that is returned as a response. And it is reading all categories. I want to add all as first item into these categories. How? Categories is an array. Into array, we need to add an item as first item. First item. Then we have to use categories dot unshift. Am I right? Unshift. So push is to add as last item. Unshift. Put what? Unshift all. Now what it will do is, before iterating, it will add one more item into it. Remember, this is not adding into their database. We are temporarily adding an option called all. If you want to add anything into database, lot of server-side logic we have to write that we are going to see in next levels. But here we are just fetching. Observe now, it is added into the list. It is added. Added as which item? First. So we have all electronics, jewelry, men's clothing, and okay. Left side ready. Now in the middle, I want all the products catalog. Just card like all products. Okay, then what we will do? To get all products, there is another API called products, means API method. So what we will do, we will create another function. This is load products. Okay. This load products have to load all the products into this main. So in the main, I will put extra deflex and flex wrap, like this we will give. Okay. So into main we need to add. So how to read all the products? Same fetch http://fakestore.api.com/products. It will load all products. But some changes we have to do. I will tell you. Now dot then function, we have to get response, and here we have to return response dot JSON. Okay. Next step. Next is dot then get the callback function. And in this, we have to read every product. Actually, in their data, first you should see what every product is having. Remember, this is products. Products is array. Actually, which array? Observe products. You see, it is returning array of products and array of object. No? Every object have ID, title, price, description, like that. So we will do one thing. So image, rating, so many details are there. So here we will just read for where product of products. We are reading every product. And here, after reading every product, we are using, first we need to create a card. Already we learned. We will create a div, document dot create element div. How we can make this div as a card? So we need to make this div as a card. So div dot class name. Class name is equal to card, and we will give margin 2, padding 2 for the card. Okay. Next, inside card, we want image, card header, card body, then div dot inner HTML. We need to design here div. So, and in this div we will have, so class called card header. Above the header I will keep an image. Image source, it will come from dynamically product dot image. So here we will have height some 140, 150. And the class as card image top. Okay. In the card header, we will keep a paragraph, and here we will write product dot title. Card header style, we will give height as 140 pixel. Okay. Next, we have another div, and in this we will have card body. So div, so this is actually class card body. In the card body we will put data list, and in the data list we will have data term price, data term. Okay, data definition, how to get the price, product, dot price. Another data term rating and data definition. And here we define product dot rating dot rate. And here we will put a square brace. So there we will put product dot rating dot count. And here we will put another span. And we will write class as BI star fill. And the text success like this. Okay, this is body, and below we will create another div. This is class card footer. Here we will add a button called add to cart, and we'll have a span. So in that class, so BI cart 2 something. Button class BTN danger and W100. Okay. This is the entire card created dynamically. For every product we are creating a card. This card must be added. So document dot query selector main dot append child. Into that we need to add the div. That's it. For every card we will put some width also. Div dot style dot width as 200 pixel. Okay. Now this is load products. We have to load products also on body load. On body load products. You can see all the products are loaded here. It is displaying all the products. But main, when it is scrolling, we don't want rest scroll. That is simple thing, you know. What you will give? Style. Here itself you can give, na? For main, what you can do? Style. Height, how much? Some 500 pixel. What we have to do? Class overflow. Overflow is what? Auto. Overflow auto. Then it will put a scroll bar here. These are all products available. All products available. But important, suppose I will keep here every card height a little bit, we will reduce 130. That is fine. Okay. Now what should happen is, for every product, when I select a category, only the category related product should come. Actually, in their data, there is the category, and the category is men's clothing, and they have a separate API called products/category name. What it will do? It will return only the products that belong to that particular category. Only the products that belong to that category. So that what we will try that and see. Products/category/ suppose I said electronics. You see, only electronic products will come. This is electronics. It is array. Only electronics products will come. Others will not come. Only electronics will come. Actually 20 products are there. Here it is showing only the products which are electronics. So here the point is, now how many times this should happen is, I selected electronics, only electronics. I selected jewelry, only jewelry. I selected all, then all should come. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times we need to load products. 5 times we need to load products, but every time not same products. In that case, we will do one simple technique. Load products is a method which will load only the products that you need. Then we will put here URL, and that URL we will use here. Understood? That means there is no standard URL. URL will be changing. Understood? That means whenever I call this load products now, observe, whenever I call load products, here we can pass URL now. What products you want to load when body loads? When body loads, I want to load all products. So what is all products URL? http://fakestoreapi.com/what products. That's it. It will load all. Now what happens actually is this products data will be passed into it. Understood? It will be passed into this URL. That means load products is having URL as parameter that you will be changing. That means now first it will load all the products. That's working fine. Now when user selects any category, how we know that he selected? Generally drop downs, sliders, number up down, these have a event called on change event. On change. Generally on change indicates value changed. On change is mostly used for, you can use for event text box. When user is changing text box value, we can use for drop down. We can use for list box. We can use for number. We can use for date. We can use for color. We can use for slider. Slider is range, like that. That means on change indicates when value changes. When value changes. On click you can use anywhere. Generally we use for button. But it is not necessary that you should only use for button, because image also can click, button also can click, heading also can click. Later when we learn events separate concept, there detailedly you will see it, right? We learned as of now how many events? 4 events. One is on click, on key up. Another one is on load also, and on blur. Today we are seeing on change. On change. On change means when value is changing. So right here the function, on change, for drop down on change. On change I will say category change. Okay, let's write a function here. Function category change. What should happen? I need to get the var category name. How to get the category name? Document get element by ID lst categories dot value. That means drop down value. Drop down value is what? Drop down value is category name. Which category they selected, it will get the name. Okay. Now only those category products must be loaded. It's very simple now. We have to use load categories, load products. Load products. Into that we will pass the URL. http:// I am using backtick because fakestore.api.com/products/category/category name comes from variable. What is the category name? Category name, we have to use the variable name. That means which category you have selected, that category name will be passed. That means this is not standard. It will be changing whenever you change the category. What load products will do? It will get only that category related products and it will display, but still not done. Observe here. I will say currently all are there. Okay. Suppose I am selecting jewelry. Only jewelry products have to come here. It is coming, but it is adding to existing list. You see at the bottom, only jewelry will come. It is adding to existing list. You know what to do. Already we faced this problem. Whenever we are loading products, already if any list is there, clean up and load. So document dot query selector, what is it? Main dot inner HTML is empty. Now you see here, currently all products are here. I will select jewelry, only jewelry products will come. I am selecting here women's clothing, only women's clothing will come. I am selecting here some men's clothing, only men's clothing will come. Electronics, only electronics will come. But there is no all, because in their data they don't have it, but we need it. We manually added that all. When all selected, how to get all products? Simple. Here we have to write logic here. Here we have to just write the logic. Logic is load products. Here we will put a condition. If category name is equal to all, then what should happen? It should load. So it should load which products? All products, na? That means URL will be this. All products URL is products. Else what should happen? This will come. That means if they selected all products URL we will pass. Otherwise the category name. That means now it is fine. So it is loading jewelry, only jewelry products will come. And when I click on all, it should again get all products here and display. All are coming. So we need to just select jewelry products will come. Right, all and all will display here. It is going to display all the products. Right, that is the basic filtering option we have designed. So already they have API with the data, just we are accessing. Now what should happen is, when user selects any category and you click on add to cart, then this item must be added into cart and it should show here how many items, 1, 2, 3, like that. So what we want to do is, we want to collect this item. When user clicks on add to cart, we have to collect that particular item. Let's see how we can do that. So on this button click, on this particular button click, add to cart click, this item related information we have to gather. Every item have a ID. Based on ID, we can access that product related details. For example, you see, for that there is another API, products/ID. Products/ID will get only the products that belong to that particular ID. So what we have to do now is, when first we will create a variable called cart items. It is an empty array. What is the purpose of this array? Whatever items user is adding, those we will keep in a list, separate list. And we will write one more function called get items count. Items count. And we will display the count right side inside this span. Okay. There I will put a span and put an ID LBL count. There I want to display how many items are in the cart. So what we will do, document dot get element by ID LBL count dot inner HTML is equal to cart items dot length. Understood? Cart items length is how much? Currently cart items is having how many elements? 0. No elements are there. Then cart items length will be 0. Okay, we will do that on body load. Get items count. Then get items count will show here 0 are there. Okay, now one more. When user clicks this button, where is that add to cart button? Add to cart button is present here. Am I right? In footer. On this button click, we need to send the current product ID. Because how do we know which product they clicked? Every product have an ID. We need to send that product ID. So I will give this button first button ID as BTN. So button ID as or button ID as here. I will just put the product ID. Button ID as product ID. That means what we will do, product dot ID. Now on click, we have to on click is equal to what it is? Add click. Add click is a function. Into that we can pass this button related ID. How to pass the ID is expression. Here we have to use this dot ID. This indicates current object related ID. That means on click, this function will fire up. Into the function, it will pass the current button ID, and current button ID is product ID. Whatever the product ID is there, that is assigned as button ID. We are sending that on add click. So let's write the function add click. Let's write the function add click here. We have a function. What is it? Add click. On add click, we have to collect the ID. We will collect the ID which is coming. And here we will test whether ID is correctly coming or not. We will put an alert. In that I will put ID just to verify. Because blindly don't write entire code at a time. Every event check whether it is working or not. So I will select some electronics or jewelry. I will click on any particular product. That ID is not coming. You see the ID is not coming, undefined. That is bad, right? We will see why it is not coming. We will go to the button click here. Yeah, button have an ID. On click, what we are doing, we are sending the current ID, this dot ID. So these IDs may have a problem. We will do one thing. Why? Because this ID is also same and product ID is also similar. Property names are same. Then you can do one thing. You can actually assign here. You can assign here. What we can assign is So directly this product ID we can send into it. Instead of doing this, directly the product ID can be sent into it. What we have to do, dollar, what is it, product dot ID. Now you see, let's click on the button, the ID is coming fine, right? Any product here, select and click on ID, the product ID is coming, right? So we can directly send that particular product ID and display. Okay. So this is allowing the IDs here. Okay. Now what we have to do, when add click, the current product ID we are collecting. Okay. After collecting the current product ID, what we have to do, fetch that particular product details from API and add into cart items. Understood? Cart items is a array. You have to search for this ID product in the data, get that product and add that into cart items. How do we do? So how to fetch only that ID related product? We have to use fetch the API http://fakestore.api.com/products/ the ID that you pass. That means dollar, here we will pass the ID. That means you see they have their API called. In this API products/1, it will get only the first product related detail. They have that API method. So we are using it now. Let's see here what we do. Dot then we will use a function response. What we have to do? So return response dot JSON. Okay. Dot then another one will a callback function. Only one product is coming. We will collect the product. It is an object. And this product must be added into cart items array. Then what we have to do? Cart items is an array. Dot push. Push which one to push? Product. After pushing the product, we will put an alert. We will say that the product dot title. After that, we will put /n and we will say added to cart. Added to cart. This message we will display. After that, count should be updated. We will load the count again. Get items count. Get items count will update the count. Okay, let's see now. When I select here jewelry, suppose I want first one, add to cart. Then it says this added to cart. I click on OK, then it will be 1. There is one item in the cart. Now I will select another, some clothing, some product I selected. I click on that product, add to cart, and you see it is also added to cart. Then okay, now we have 2 items. Now what we want is when user clicks on that button, those items must display in a pop-up. Understood? That means when user clicks that button, those items must be displayed in pop-up and they must show. Let's see. On the button click, we need a pop-up. Then what you have to do? You know, to create a pop-up, we need to create here a div and we call this as model. Am I right? And usually model contains. So ID is nothing but cart. Okay. Cart ID. Div have model contain container, model dialog, right? Okay. And after that, we will have model content. Model content. In the model content, we will have div class as model header. Header. Okay. In this heading, so your cart items, and we will put a button. So class BTN and BTN, directly BTN close. And here data BS dismiss. Dismiss is what? Model. Okay. After the header, we will keep so model. So we will have, yeah, we will have a class called model footer body. In the model body, we will display a table. We will keep a table. And the class as what? Table and a table hover. In this table, we will put T head, TR, TH. We want only title and we want the price. Okay. And we want preview. Okay. Preview is the product preview. We want the product preview. Okay. Now T body is currently empty. Into this table body, what we have to load? Into the table body, we have to load all the items which are present in this cart items. Am I right? Into the cart items. When we have to load on the button, click. Which button is clicked? Cart items. Your cart items. On this button click, two things should happen. Model should open and data should load into it. So we have to write data BS target. Target is equal to hash. What is it? Cart. Data BS toggle. Toggle is equal to model. And one more, we need on click also. On click is show cart items. Okay. That means we will write a function here. Function. What is that function? Show cart items. What it have to do? It should load all the cart items into table. Just simple for var item of cart items. Cart items is an array. Initially that array is empty. Only when you add items into cart, this will have that data. Now every item must be displayed in a table. So we need 3 cells. We need first row, document dot create element tr. We need 3 cells. One is for title, td title, document dot create element td. Okay. Second, td price, document dot create element td. Next, td photo, document dot create element. This is also td. So td title dot inner html, we need to display item dot title. Okay. And td price dot inner html, item dot price. Okay. Then td photo dot inner html, here we need to display a photo. So img src is equal to item dot what? Image. So width is suppose 50, height is 50, just small width and height. Okay. After that, all these cells must be added into row. So tr dot append child. Which one? td title. Okay. Next, tr dot append child, td price. tr dot append child, td photo. Okay, everything fine. Add this row into table body. Document dot query selector. What is it? T body. Into that we have to use append child. Append child. Which one? tr row. Now it is ready. And in the model, this is the model we have. So we will put a div class as model footer. And here we will just put a button OK. Class btn primary and data bs dismiss what? Model. Okay, now you can see currently 0 items in the cart. There is nothing. Okay, we will put some fade effect for the model. Model fade. Okay, now you see currently 0 items are in the cart. Okay, close. Now I will go to jewelry. Some item added to cart. Okay, now one item is there in the cart. It will display that your cart item is this. Okay, now one more problem is there that also we have to correct. Suppose I am adding one more item, it will repeat. When I add this is also added to cart. Okay, then your cart items too, and you see repeated. Of course, we know that we have to delete clean. Before adding anything into table, what we have to do? Document dot query selector. What is it? tbody dot inner html. Keep it empty. That is correct. Now I am adding jewelry. I added one product. Add to cart. Okay, one item is there. Women's clothing, some item, add to cart. That is also add to cart, 2 items. Men's clothing, suppose I selected some casual men's jacket. Okay, add to cart. Okay, and 3 items are in the cart now. We have those 3 items in the cart. Now I click on something else, jewelry, some one more option, add to cart. 4 items in the cart now, it will be added. So this is working with the data through APIs. They provided just only data. We designed everything. They haven't given all this functionality. What they have done, if you want one product, they have an API method. If you want all products, another. If you want all categories, another. You want category related products, another. They have just data. Presenting the data according to the client requirements, that is our work. So majority, 99% work of front-end developer is this. A data is provided to you and you have to present the data. And 100 to 100% in every interview, this is the task given. That means they will say that our company have our own API. These are the URL. In that API, we have this data. Use this data and create these screens. They will give you the screens. According to that design, you have to create and define. Functionalities, everything, they will give that. As of now, we can only fetch. Later, you will learn deleting details. You will learn how to manage the details. Means with the database also. But this you have to first handle. It's a very big one actually. It's not simple. So here lot of things we need to handle. Loading categories, loading products, loading the products belong to categories, adding items into the cart, keeping the list of items, displaying those items whenever required. It's a very big one. It may look very simple easy, but it is very complex example actually. Right here, so many other functions we will do later, because for that we need to learn events. As of now, you can try this, right? So I will copy this entire example. So this entire example I will copy here. So this is shopping example. That is the complete shopping example. Right? Now this you have to try. Now this is about data types. What data types you have learned? String type, primitive and non-primitive. Here, one more thing is sometimes data is too complicated. Then you must able to handle nested iterations. That is the big one. That means when you go to interviews, they give multi-level hierarchy and they will ask you to present that hierarchy. That becomes little difficult. Nested iterations, I will show you. See, let's create a simple page here. Means one point I am showing you nested iterations. Actually, here, let's create the page. The page, okay. Just a script I will give roughly for you, or just empty one. Okay, we have an ordered list, OL. Okay, into that we want to add some items. That means we are writing body on load. On load is what? Body load. Okay, function script, we are writing the function body load. But here we have some data. Let's put some hard coded data, not any JSON file. You can use a JSON file. I'll just put data. Observe in this data, it is an array. We have an object, category. Category is electronics. In that again we have products, which is again array. Now here we are using some television, and here we are using some mobile likes television, mobile. Another object category, this is footwear, so products, and in that, so footwear products, we have casuals and say boots. Like this we define. Now this data I want to present, but how? Actually, I want to present the data in this way. That means first category, we need electronics, and in that electronics, I want television and mobile like this. Like this we need to present. Second one, again footwear, in that this. This is how we want to present the data. That means you learned how to create a nested list in HTML, but now we have to do it dynamically through JavaScript. That is the challenging one. So for example, now how to handle this? See, first read all data from here for var item of what is it? Data. That means we are reading every product, every item. Every item have how many properties? Every item is having how many properties? 2. One property is category, another property products. Category is what type? String type. Products is again array type. Product is an array of strings. Okay. Now see here. First, we will create a parent li list item. Document dot create element. li, list item. Into this parent list item, what we have to do, add this category. That means we will put here parent list item dot inner HTML is equal to, we need to add item dot category. Item dot category is a string. We are directly assigning. Okay. What about item dot products? Item dot products is again an array. So inside this iterator, you need another iterator. This time where product of data item have a collection called products. Understood? That means item dot category is string we are displaying, but item dot products is not a string. It is again an array. So again, one more iterator required. Now here, what we have to do, create a unordered list, ordered list, unordered list, your wish. So first, where ul is equal to document dot create element ul. Okay, unordered list. Okay, in that again list item must be there. That means ul where ul li means unordered list item. So is equal to document dot create element li list item into unordered list item dot inner HTML. We are going to add product. That product name will be added. That means now what we are doing, we are reading every product from the products. That means what we are doing, so we are reading. So here we are reading every product from the products here. And we are reading this product and adding into list item. That product, actually this is every product that is coming. Okay. And that is added into unordered list item. After that, add this unordered list item into unordered list. So ul dot append child is equal to unordered list item. After that, add this unordered list into parent list item. Into parent list item we have to add. So we have to write parent list item dot append child. Which one? Unordered list. This list must be added into it. Now you run this and see, it should get that and display here. One body load, anything went wrong? We need one more option to do. This parent list item must be added to ordered list. Na? Ordered list is this one, right? Parent list item must be added to that. So document dot query selected ol ordered list dot append child. Which one? Parent li. Into parent li, child list item is there. Now you can see it is coming. That is how we can create a nested list. That means we need to create a nested list, iteration inside iteration. So these type of requirements are regularly given for you in interviews. They will give such nested lists. That is the reason you know the concept, but presenting it requires a lot of logical thinking. So which data type is there? I need to write one more iterator or not, or simply I can access. That depends on what type of data it is. Is it an object? Is it an array? This is little complex. Can I do like this for a drop down? For a drop down also we can do like this. Why? Because drop down also have OPT group. OPT group another option. Then for a drop down, if you want, suppose there is a drop down. How do we do? First, at higher level, what we have to do, we have to create where or OPT group. Okay, document dot what, create element. Create element is what, OPT group. We have to create an option group. What should be the option group? OPT group have a label. That label is what, item dot category. Okay, that means category name will be displayed in OPT group. After that, we have to read every product and create as an option and add into it. Add into which one? OPT group. So inside nested iteration, what we have to do, where option is equal to document dot create element. What is it? Option. And here we have to set option dot text is equal to the product. Then option dot value also which one? Product. And add this option into OPT group dot append child, which one? Option. And add that OPT group into drop down document dot query selector. What is it? Select dot append child. What is it? OPT group. OPT group we are adding, option group we are adding. And you can see here we have that dynamically we are creating such drop downs, right? This is another option, right? So creating such nested things are very complex, right? These kind of examples you will get in later stages, so many, but I am just giving you here another example to show how nested iterations will work. Nested iterations will work, iteration inside another. Now if we can try this, then we can go into other options now. So we have date type, map type, some other data types that we will see tomorrow, right? These two you have to try, and then you can add more complex functionality to the designs that we will see in next session. Okay, tomorrow we'll continue.